Have you ever thought about research in engineering? Well, here's how my co-op experience has been so far in the lab, helping out graduate students with their research projects. My name is Daniel, and my placement is at Toronto Metropolitan University in an engineering research lab. I'm there as an assistant, helping out with a variety of research and everyday tasks. I'm in grade 11, and I'm considering pursuing engineering in post-secondary and beyond. I always love to see the engineering process and learn about new concepts related to science and technology. My work is under a professor of mechanical engineering, whose work is focused on material science, biomechanics, and additive manufacturing. The industry related to this research is of course engineering, but its results may reach fields such as medicine and manufacturing, among others. Specifically, I help with technical as well as daily tasks such as computer-aided design and 3D printing for projects, as well as maintaining other projects, which I'll explain in a moment. For example, a graduate student is working on an adhesive for a sternum, which means that we have to have a model of the bone to test on. As such, we've been experimenting with different 3D printing designs, materials, and parameters in order to get a sternum most suitable for testing the adhesive. So far, we've gone through a few iterations and are almost ready to begin testing the actual adhesive. Another project that I'm less involved in but still have tended to is a vertical farm, where raspberries are being grown in an environment that can hopefully sustain a year-long growing season, which is what the research is hoping to achieve. The workplace environment in the lab is really quite nice. It's spacious, well-lit, and overall comfortable to work in. An aspect of the lab that I find is really conducive to productivity is the number of workspaces available. This is because there are many desks, workbenches, and tables to do many things, from researching to drafting ideas to assembling or testing projects. An interesting fact about my co-op placement is that my supervisor earned a multi-million-dollar grant for their vertical farm research project. Now let's talk about AI in engineering. In the future, AI is going to help with automation, generative design, and sifting through mounds of data. It will speed up the work of engineers, allowing them to delegate the repetitive, simpler tasks to AI while they work on complex problems that require ingenuity and creativity. One skill that I developed with regards to helping me succeed in the long term is problem solving and iterating. Going back to the sternum project, the graduate student and I went over multiple iterations to figure out what the best way to create the model of bone was. Not just one project, but nearly everything requires iterating and improvement, since very rarely is anything perfect the first time. At the lab, diversity and inclusion is important. During projects, everyone's ideas and input are considered, because we all have ideas to share, no matter if they work the first time or not. Additionally, the lab has a variety of graduate students from diverse backgrounds in science who collaborate with each other. Teamwork and communication are paramount in the lab. I plan to use my co-op experience to continue advancing my technical skills and knowledge of the industry as a whole. Now in co-op, finding a proper placement is key to ensuring a productive learning experience. That's why it's important to do your research and think about the industry that you would want to work in, as it's essentially a test run of the industry. My advice would be to try something out, stick with it if you like it, and move on to something else in the future if it's not for you. If you're looking for a learning experience that brings you out of the classroom, pushes your thinking skills, and allows you to test run a potential career, co-op is